into the CHGO Bears Podcast on this Victory Friday. Feels very good to say that. It's been a long time. Adam Hoge, Greg Reggs Jr. with you. Carm's still under the weather. He will join us remotely a little bit later on the show. But we are happy to bring in Bears tight end Cole Kmet on this Victory Friday right off the top of the show. Cole, it's a lot, NFL, things change quickly. You guys, finally get the win last night. But even if you go back to Sunday, there was plenty of good things to talk about. And, you guys didn't get the job done Sunday, but you were able to carry that into – it seemed like some momentum carried into last night, and you got the win. Congrats on getting that win, ending the losing streak. How was the flight home last night? Imagine different vibes there?
Yeah, it was nice. It's been a while since we've had a flight home like that. So it was nice. I'm feeling a little more happy today. I would say yesterday after the game, it was more relief, and I think a lot of guys can attest to that. A lot of things that we've been through, early on this year, and for a lot of us extending back to last year too as well. And it's been a long road. Almost a full year since that last win against the Patriots, but we got a resilient bunch of guys, and like you said, we were able to carry some things over from Sunday and finish this thing out last night.
And you talk about the adversity, and it was palpable. Like you said, there's a lot of different variables that went into that. What was the message for you guys in that locker room after the Broncos game to look ahead on a short week, tough circumstances, and then to come out like you did?
Yeah, well, I think the main thing was first you look at the mistakes and where we could be better, and but offensively you take some of the good that we did as well, and I think collectively we all felt that we started to form an identity as an offense again in that Broncos game, and obviously they're not a very highly rated defense amongst the league right now, but there was things that we saw on tape in terms of just us executing, and those things weren't happening those first 3 weeks. So we saw a lot of good positives and guys playing to their strengths. You saw Justin get really comfortable in that Broncos game, and it was able to lead over to Thursday night.
The Bears put out a video last night of some of Matt Eberflus's speech to you guys in the locker room afterwards, and I know some of that message was about that adversity and really about how you guys got through it because you are a tight locker room. You're a tight team. Be honest here. How much was that tightness tested recently? And I always say the best medicine in the NFL is a victory, so I assume that greatly helps getting that win last night. But when you kind of reflect, especially on the last few weeks, how much was that actually tested inside that Bears locker room?
Yeah, I mean, it's for sure tested. I mean, anytime, you've gone a full year now without winning, it's hard not to, question some of the things going on, and those thoughts kind of creep into your mind. And, obviously you get worried about, what can happen or where this will go from here. But at the end of the day, like I said, we got a resilient group, and we got guys that really came together, and that was cool to see. And, I think, the leader of it all, Justin, just how he has handled this whole situation. I mean, I said last night, he deals with a lot of crap in terms, in this town. And, this town is the most passionate fan base there is. And, they're going to be one way or another with you on it, and they're going to take it week to week. And Justin has handled that tremendously. And I think, when he comes in Mondays and, after these losses we've had, and, you can tell he's taken it to heart, but when it comes to Wednesday and we're back out on the practice field, he's the most energetic guy, the most positive guy we got out there. And the way he's handled this whole situation has been tremendous. And, we hope that can lead to more victories here going forward.
I mean, you say Justin's the most energetic guy. He's obviously electric, but the thing that stood out to me here these last couple weeks is his poise and calmness on the move in some of these plays, specifically that touchdown in the Broncos game where he's scrambling right. Looks like normally that's where he's going to bulldoze into the end zone. Instead, he waits for the defense to come to him and throw it to you. Does it feel like it's slowing down a little more for him lately?
Yeah, I feel that for sure. I think he's seeing things really well right now. I think he's confident with the plan in place. I know him and Luke have a ton of conversations in terms of the game plan and whatnot. And yeah, I think his comfort level just in the offense is skyrocketing, and his comfort level with the guys around him too. I think he realizes he doesn't have to shoulder everything, and he can rely on guys like, obviously we got a guy like DJ and myself, Mooney, Khalil, and the offensive line's really been stepping up the past 2 weeks, so that's been cool to see. So yeah, I think he's just trusting the whole thing, and that's been really cool to see, and he's been providing his input as well. And obviously, when he's comfortable and he's doing his thing, he can do some pretty special things on the football field.
Cole, we talk about Justin a lot for obvious reasons. It's always been obvious to me that you guys play hard for him and really care about having his back. And I think you could see that last night, how much you guys felt like I'm not going to say you won the game for your quarterback, but there's always some of that, right? How about your head coach, though? It has been an interesting month for him. He loses his defensive coordinator. You got the stuff going on with Chase Claypool in the last week. You're losing football games. What have you seen from Matt Eberflus behind the scenes through all of that? And how much did this win also matter for your head coach, too?
Yeah, I mean, well, he's just been steady. He's always been steady, and his messaging is always the same. And, you get that consistent messaging week in and week out. It's refreshing as a player, and it's nice to know that he's not, changing, conforming as to what's going on. And, he's got a process set in mind in his head and a way that he wants this team to look and way this team to operate. And that never changes. So, yeah, to get that win, and for everybody in the locker room was huge. And I know Flus was super pumped up last night about it. And it was cool to see, obviously him now calling the defense making plays. So that was a lot of fun to see. And yeah, obviously really excited for everybody and, in particular, Coach.
Through the last few weeks, we've heard players in different interviews talking about holding each other accountable, whether it's players to coaches, coaches to players. What are those conversations like in the film room when you guys are watching stuff? Is it an open conversation?
Yeah, well, when I think of holding people accountable, I always think of having that urgency when we're out at practice or out at walkthroughs, and if you don't want to be the guy in the walkthrough to mess up, and if you're that guy that messing up in the walkthrough, like, everyone around you is going to make you feel that, and you're going to feel embarrassed. But like, it's a healthy thing, and like that healthy urgency, I think, is what kind of allows us to grow as an offense. And those are the things that we're going to continue to do. And I think it's easy after a good game that you have offensively to kind of skate by those things. But it's important to point out the mistakes that we made and correct those quickly and maintain that sense of urgency so that we can continue moving forward.
Cole, how much do you think the short week actually helped you guys this week? And can you give fans an idea of maybe on a normal week, how much time you probably would have spent kind of dissecting what happened with the collapse on Sunday in the fourth quarter versus what you really had time to do this week, which was you really just probably had to flush it. How much time did you actually even spend looking back at the Broncos game before you dove into the Commanders?
Yeah, so I'll give you like a normal week. So usually if we play Sunday afternoon, so we obviously we lost to the Broncos Sunday afternoon. So you're spending all day Sunday kind of in that muck. You get up Monday morning. You usually get your treatment in the morning, and then you're spending all day go over the corrections from that game plan. And then Tuesday off, and then Wednesday, Thursday, you start getting into the next opponent's game plan. But with Thursday, I mean, things go quick. So, I mean, really after that Broncos game, like, I'm already looking at tape for Washington that night, and so you're trying to move on from it. And obviously that was a tough loss for us, but you move on for it. You get in Monday morning, and you're already doing personnel stuff for the next opponent on Monday morning, and you're getting your walkthroughs in. You're getting a little lift in, and you're really there kind of all day Monday. Tuesday you're there all day going, and so you're already moved way past that game from that previous game. So Tuesday you're there all day, more walkthroughs, all those things. Wednesday you're there kind of all day, and then we were traveling, and then you get there Thursday and you play. So it's a quick week, and it's I think it was beneficial for us this week, with how the game went against the Broncos on Sunday. And but yeah, this is kind of where we are with the NFL now in these primetime games, and you have to be able to adapt to it.
Well, there's one thing from Sunday's game I want to ask you about. The touchdown we know your touchdown celebration with the swing. It's awesome. Was those guys in the end zone that tossed you the pitch, was that coordinated or did that just happen?
That just happened. Yeah. I didn't know about this until the next day, and I saw it. I had people send it to me, like all the videos of it. But that was pretty cool. I didn't know that was all going on.
I thought it was messed up though that he tried to rob your home run.
Yeah, no, everyone was like, "What is he doing?" And I'm like, I have no idea. But it worked out. It looked pretty cool, I thought.
It looked like it went way over the wall, so I think you're safe on the home run ball. Cole, the other thing that's really stood out these last two games with the offense is the offensive line really creating a healthy pocket for the quarterback. So I want to ask you specifically with the tackles, because those are guys you line up next to and have to really communicate with. What has it been like for those guys? Because Darnell Wright's obviously an exciting rookie, but I've also been really encouraged by Larry Borum here, and I think he's really stepped up.
Yeah, Larry's been great. Larry, since he's gotten here, has been awesome, and he's been great in kind of his changing roles, throughout the time he's been here. But he's been outstanding, and I thought he's really stepped up these past couple weeks, and with Darnell, he's got a chance to be something really special. I think as he gets more comfortable, in this offense and playing in NFL games, he can be a really special player in this league. His athleticism at his size and weight, and it's incredible. He had a pull. We were running a counter play the other day, and he pulled through and absolutely destroyed this DB. But the way he was able to get through the line, really some special stuff. And he's going to be a really outstanding player as he continues to progress, and really excited about those guys on the edge.
Yeah, speaking of adversity, those guys have been feeling it on that offensive line, just with Tevin being out, coming back. That could not have been easy, by the way. Tevin, if I had that right, you guys had I know you had a light practice Wednesday. He really hadn't put pads on and had a full practice since Indianapolis back in the preseason. So, that couldn't have been easy coming out last night and just, hey, you got to go out there. We need you, because you guys were kind of in that desperate mode. But and then Cody Whitehair had to move last night over to center in the middle of the game. How does that? Ideally, you'd love to have 5 guys in there for every snap. That's just sometimes not the reality. How is that communication going on last night in the middle of the game, where you guys were trying to work through some of that and some of those changes?
Yeah, I was kind of made aware that we might have some rotation in just the day before the game through our offensive line. But those guys stepped up big time, and hopefully, obviously, we can get that more solidified, so you just get more cohesiveness and more work with all those guys. That being said, it's good to have Tevin back out in the football field a little bit, and he can do some special things as well. And I thought Cody played really well at center the other night, and if we can get that whole group, just we get really cohesive with that and get just more practice time. We didn't have a lot of practice time even through camp, because those guys were getting all banged up and stuff. So those practice reps are huge, and the more reps that we can bank with those guys, I think it'll just benefit our offense even more.
Well, Cole, we've seen you line up in the backfield, for sneaks. When the running back started to take a hit, were you campaigning to, line up as the running back in the second half?
No, I'm good. I like my job of blocking the ends and stuff. I thought Kari did a great job stepping in with it. We were kind of having to, tell him what to do on some of the run plays and all that stuff. But no, that was good to see. I didn't realize that Roshan had gone down, and then obviously Khalil had gone down. So we were getting thin there for a second, but obviously pays to have a dual threat guy like Justin also in the backfield as well. So that's big time for us. And I thought Kari stepped up big time, and hopefully we can get those guys healthy before this next game on Sunday.
I assume it's more fun to be the guy pushing the quarterback on the sneak than having to be the guy under center doing the sneak like you did on Sunday.
It's like, I know everyone thinks it's kind of cool. It's cool when you get the first down, but you're getting punched, and it sucks. Justin having to do that all the time, it just sucks, because you're at the bottom of the pile and you're just getting hit and punched, and they're trying to poke the ball out, and people are grabbing your neck, and there's just nothing you can do about it.
How do you shake these guys' hands after the game and they're pinching your legs and stuff down in a scrum? That I couldn't stand for that.
Well, some of them you don't, so you just walk away. But a lot of the guys are, everyone's pretty cool at the end of the day. We understand what it is, and it's a battle out there, and everyone's just trying to get theirs, and you just chalk it up to the game once it's done. But
you've never done anything at the bottom of a scrum, right? You kept it clean.
I won't admit anything publicly on here. No.
Hey, I'm looking at the film of your touchdown catch last night. Honestly, doesn't look to be a lot to it. Take us through it. You're an 11 personnel. You get matched up on the linebacker. Just kind of a little move on the linebacker. You come across, and Justin put the ball right on the money, right?
Yeah. I was really hoping Luke would call that play as we were getting down there. It was really supposed to be a third down call for us, but he dialed it up in 1st and goal. Motion over, can tell that the backer's going to be taking me. Justin recognizes it well. I just give a little hesitation at the top. It's just a one-on-one route versus that Mike backer there, and cross face. Justin puts it on me, and it's a touchdown. So pretty simple pitch and catch there on some things, but really good execution. By the offensive line, quarterback, and then all I had to do was catch the football. So pretty good stuff there.
Follow-up from Carm, who texted me this because he said it looked like you were telling Justin something after that touchdown. What did you say to him?
It's a route we've been running in one-on-ones all the time. And so we were just like, yeah, man, just like one-on-one. So it worked out really well. And that's just the benefit of, now me being with Justin now these past, 2.5 years, whatever it is. And, we're really starting to click together, and you can see him clicking with the other guys as well. So, it's been fun to kind of see, our connection grow, and things that you do in practice kind of carry over to the game. So that's a lot of fun for me.
Yeah, when you mention that, it kind of takes me back to, I think it was against the 49ers, your rookie year, where there was a bit of a scramble drill, and then Justin tried to throw it to your back shoulder. You guys weren't able to connect there. Mm-hmm. But now you fast forward, because this last couple weeks, everybody talks about the adjustments, last year's adjustments, now this year's. Everything's happening behind the line of scrimmage this year. Justin's not taking off and running. Is there a part of you that helps because you're not in this in-between of not knowing you should block or knowing that you should be ready for something because Justin's more comfortable in the backfield, it seems like, this year?
Yeah, I think look, this whole thing, this whole NFL journey, and guys, it's such a process, and everyone wants it to hit so quickly and right now, and sure, that can happen, and that happens on rare occasion, but this thing's all about reps, and you got to get reps on reps on reps on reps. And the more reps that we get with Justin, and the more reps DJ gets with Justin, Mooney, me, all these guys, the better off we're going to be. And you just kind of build that cohesiveness throughout. And there'll be mistakes as we go through it here and there, but you hope to minimize those as you go along. And but yeah, you can see Justin's trust in us, I think, more so this year, and he realizes that we're going to be in the spots that we need to be in and to make plays. And it's been cool to see. So hopefully we can continue that and continue that cohesion and keep that rolling.
Cole, you growing up here obviously know what Dick Butkus means to the city, means to the league. Last night we were talking about this a little bit, and just being around high school football, I feel like in this area there's a little bit more of an appreciation, even just playing the linebacker position, because of what Dick Butkus and other linebackers for the Chicago Bears have meant to this city. That was obviously unexpected news that popped down before the game. What was that like? Did you see it pregame? Did Matt Eberflus say anything pregame about it? Was that resonating at all into the effort on the field? Did any of that get carried onto the field last night?
Yeah, I'd like to think so. We were alerted. I was alerted about it literally right before we got out. So you just kind of hear about it, and you're obviously, I'm thinking about the game and stuff, but you hear about it, and that, that's an NFL legend, not only a Bears legend, but an NFL legend. And he's a big part of why the game's where it's at today. So, we pay a lot of tribute to those guys, and to be able to get a win last night, kind of in his honor, is pretty cool. So, we were made aware of it, and we definitely talked about it after the game. Tough to lose a not only a Bears legend, but a NFL legend as well.
I know he's been around Soldier Field a few times. Did you ever get a chance to meet him or have a conversation with him?
I did. I met him a couple times. You can tell he's got that grit. He's got that grit, that old school grit. So it's always good to hear those old school guys come back and give their perspective on things and kind of hear what they went through. And we'll just say not the same type of stuff that we have to go through today. So those guys were tough dudes back then.
Cole, when one of your teammates like DJ Moore is going off the way he was last night, just how fun is that watching one of your guys just have one of those truly special games that certainly doesn't happen every week?
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think of like football performances I've seen live, and that's up there. I mean, that was when you can take a hitch route and go 50 yards, and you're going over the top of dudes making touchdown catches, and it's unbelievable. And he is an outstanding football player, man, and the dude is a great guy as well. He's so approachable and so friendly and such a good guy to be around, and guys really gravitate towards him. Doesn't do a whole lot of talking, but man, does he go out and ball. And he's been awesome to watch since he's gotten here. And as we progress in this offense, I think he's a guy that not only we all can benefit from, but I can benefit from big time underneath. And it's going to open up Mooney more often and helps our run game, helps Justin. And I mean, you just see a guy like that, you're just whenever I was on the sideline for a couple of plays, I'm always like, throw it up to DJ. So it's cool to have a guy like that, and he's a special cat for sure.
Plus, he almost had another touchdown and another 30-plus yards, the one they called out of bounds. Were you guys talking about that like we were? Because even this morning, we're like, did he really step out of bounds?
Yeah, well, I didn't see the replay yet. I haven't looked at anything, but they said his heel was up, so like it didn't hit the sideline. So I don't know. I feel like they should have let that just go and then bring it back if you got to bring it back. You know what I mean? But I think he should have had
if it was the Packers, they would have let the play go.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. But we were talking about after the game. I was like, I think he should have had 5 touchdowns because he had that play, and then we were like Justin overthrew him a little bit on one of the stop and go routes, so he could have had 5, which would have been nuts.
You know what I love about Justin is like when he has a great game like that, no one wants to hear any of us mention, oh, he should have, probably hit DJ on that one. I know the little dump off he had to Khalil where Khalil actually got hurt, But what I love about Justin is he went up to the podium. He's like, yeah, I should have made those plays. And I'm not even sure he was asked about him. He's just like, yeah, I should have had another one for DJ. The one that Khalil Herbert got hit on, I got to hit that. And so, like, I just like that he keeps himself accountable to you guys too. Even like, look, the last 2 games have been great for him, and he's got 8. He's now tied with Kirk Cousins for the most touchdowns in the league. I don't even know if you know that passing touchdowns. Granted, he's played one more game than the rest of all the other quarterbacks, but still, I mean, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, he's at the top of the league in touchdown passes.
Yeah, well, I think that just goes back to what I was talking about earlier with the heightened sense of urgency, and when your quarterback's got that feel for it too, that's a big deal. So. When you can have obviously he's had 2 really good games, these past 2 games, and when he can look at those mistakes and be like, oh man, I wish I would have had those, and like you can kind of correct yourself on that. That's a big deal. You don't want to just soak in all the praise and whatnot, and he definitely doesn't do that. He's always looking at what he left out there, just like a lot of us are. Whenever we're looking at that tape, we're always looking at what we left out there and what could have been. So. That's good to see, and I know he'll want to get that stuff corrected, and we'll get it corrected, and but that's how you move forward with things, and that's how we get better.
Well, I mean, Bears fans have been down in the dumps here to start the year, but now that we have this glimmer of, like Hoge said, with Fields leading the league in touchdowns, we're talking all sorts of shit this morning, so we're having fun with it. But for you guys, like, how do you – because you get 10 days off here, so obviously you're going to take a little break for a second and then get back to work. But how do you guys, compartmentalize that huge win but understand that you guys have more work to do to get back to where you guys want to be?
Yeah, well, obviously, take the couple of days here to just kind of reset, get our bodies right. But look, I mean, at the end of the day, in the big picture of things, it is only one game, and we are behind the 8 ball here, so that's real stuff. And at the end of the day, you got to take it 1 week at a time, 1 game at a time. but we're behind the 8 ball here, and we got a lot of ground to make up. So it starts with Minnesota this upcoming week, and we're going to do everything we can in order to put ourselves in a position to win this game coming up, and then we'll just take it from there. But like I said, we'll look at the corrections from this past game, and we'll probably go dive back a little bit more in the Broncos game, and with corrections that we need to make there, and move on with it, and just get better from the tape. So there's a lot to get better from. A lot to be excited about as well too, but we got to continue this offensively and keep executing like we have in the past couple games.
Hey, before we let you go, when you were in here a couple weeks ago, we had a conversation about what you eat at halftime, and I want you to share that with everyone because I love it, because you and I have something in common, and I think it's going to surprise people. And Carm's actually not here.
Is it Taco Bell?
No, it's not Taco Bell.
No, it ain't Taco Bell. I got to bring Carm some of these, but the fact he's never had these before is insane to me. I usually have 1 to 2 Uncrustables at halftime, depending on how hungry I am. So last night I had 1 grape and 1 strawberry. So that might be the new. Usually I go 2 grape, but now I'm gonna do that combo from now on. So yeah, those are my favorite at halftime. The best.
Uncrustables, first of all, and trust me, sometime when you become a parent, you're gonna love them even more because you always have them in the house because your kids love them. Like, and you're just like, yeah, I'm gonna go get an late night snack, whatever it is. Uncrustables are outstanding. But every high school game, I have one in my backpack to snack on at halftime. It's got protein and it fills you up. It gets you through the rest of the game.
Yeah, it gives you that little energy boost just to get you through the rest of the game. It's perfect. It's the best halftime snack to have.
All right.
So not cheesy gordita crunches.
No, I would not. That'll slow you down. I would not recommend that.
Okay.
Well, and the fact that Carm had never even heard of Uncrustables is unbelievable. Let's get to this quick super chat from one of our viewers here before we let you go. $10 super chat from Isaac. He says, "Let's go, Cole. Even through the struggles and frustration, all of us got you, bro. This was the first game at halftime. I felt the win coming. The support and excitement on the sideline was felt by all." So there you go.
That's good stuff. Well, I appreciate the support, the continued support. So we're going to look to get you guys more wins here going forward, and keep this thing rolling.
Hey, Irish got a big win at Duke too, man. So
that was a big win. Yeah, that was good to see.
Did you see the production video they put out on the
really
final
cool.
the final drive? I don't know if you caught it.
See that.
Dude, you got to check it out. They put together this awesome video where they put in the audio from the offensive coordinator, like talking the plays down to the field. It's a fantastic video, man. You'd love it.
All right, I got to check that out for sure.
And another super chat from the Duke. He says, "Viator pride, Cole."
Oh, let's go.
Yeah,
let's go Lions, man.
All right, get some sleep, rest up this weekend, and I believe we have you in studio on Tuesday, so we'll talk to you again next week.
Awesome. I'll see you guys Tuesday.
All right.
Let's go.
There he is. Down. Cole Kmet after the Bears' 40-20 win last night. Awesome to have him with us today after the victory. Losing streak is over, Greg, and a lot of good stuff there from Cole Kmet. I believe Mark Carman will be joining us here momentarily as we also get a quick break as well with Circa. One of our new sponsors, joining the program, joining CHGO and partnering with us. They just had their big opening here in Illinois, and they are Vegas. I got to make sure I'm doing the right one here. Or is that all we got right now? I guess so. Vegas' first ever adults-only casino resort. They have the world's largest sports book, a 3-story stadium-style. Have you guys seen the picture?
You don't want babies gambling. That's all. Just
you definitely don't want babies gambling. But I have yet to go to Circa, and I can't wait. I know Nick got to go.
Stadium Swim?
Yeah, it looks incredible. They have a 3-story stadium-style sports book. And, of course, the pool's outside with the TVs. It's unbelievable. It takes 10 people to operate the 78 million pixel screen. They got amazing food, VIP seating, and then obviously the Circa Sports now available here in Illinois as well, with over 500 rooms and a variety of layouts to fit your needs. That's in Vegas, plus art from a local artist. Elevate your evening at the Legacy Club or any one of their restaurants. So check out Circa either here now in Illinois or head out to Las Vegas as well.
That's right. And when you head out to Vegas, why don't you hit up our friends over at FOCO? Use the code CHGO on all non-presale items. Get fitted out in the best sports gear around. So if you're going to Circa, you're rocking the right gear. Hoodies, shoes, signs, bobbleheads, and everything in between. They have it all. It's playoff baseball season, so you can get your Aloha shirts, straw hats, polos, bags, everything you need for a game. Got some good football merch, too, for the rest of the football season. Set decorations like you see here on our table, the Justin Fields bobblehead, a lot of stuff here that they've donated to us here to make our studio look just badass, honestly. And so go show them some love. We're always showing them love. And check out foco.com or click the link in the description below for all non-presale items. Use the promo code CHGO for 10% off at FOCO, FOCO.
By the way, I knew I was doing something wrong there. So make sure you download the Circa Sports Illinois app at circasports.com/Illinois-app to sign up today. Also be on the lookout for Circa events. Watch parties and tailgates. If you or someone you know may have a problem with gambling, call 1-800-GAMBLER. That's 1-800-426-2537. Text GAMB to 833-234 or visit areyoureallywinning.com. All right, awesome having Cole with us on a Victory Friday. I brought Victory Brisket in, too, to CHGO. I just wanted to rub that in a little bit as we bring in Mark Carman.
Carm's missing everything.
I know.
He's dying inside.
We just need a read for FOCO, and obviously Carm has FOMO.
I do. It is good to see you guys virtually. I'm trying to follow Braggs' transitions, which clearly the show is missing. My brilliant transitions. When you're going to Vegas, get yourself some FOCO.
I was going to mention that.
Sense?
You're not going to rock some Bears gear when you go to Vegas?
You're going on vacation. Why would you?
Oh,
it doesn't make any sense. But I love you to the end of the earth. I'm glad. I'm so happy. Yes.
Can you explain these last four texts from
I know.
Fumble recovery, more banana orange? Are you calling some type of offensive play for DJ Moore? I'm confused what we're doing here.
Well, I was having massive FOMO not being able to be a part of the Cole Kmet interview. So he did fumble yesterday, got it stripped from him, and then he got down on the ground. I was curious what was going on down there. You guys did touch on it. He didn't share any secrets of what goes on at the bottom of the pile. So I wanted that asked.
No, you're right. That was a drop ball by us because the fact that he came back with that football was a miracle.
Right. So I was just trying to help you out, and I was interested. Banana orange is way better than that nasty crustable thing. Like what are you talking about? I mean, when those of us, the elite athletes on the show that battle, day in and day out on the tennis court, you go with a nice banana, get a little bite, get a juice, get a feel. I don't know about this crustable things. So that was I wanted.
Uncrustable, first of all, okay? And don't knock the greatest snack that's ever been invented. It's just a solid peanut butter and jelly that's sealed, not sealed, but what am I trying to say?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like it's like a hot pocket, but not hot, and it's just peanut butter and jelly. It's amazing, and this is the worst take you've ever had, and you've had a lot.
That's not true.
Is it better than an actual peanut butter and jelly sandwich?
It's more convenient, and it doesn't.
See, I don't understand.
It holds all the peanut. You know how when you take a bite of peanut butter and jelly, like the jelly just like kind of squirts out?
No, because I just put less jelly on it.
No, you can't go less jelly. You got to enjoy the peanut butter and jelly. This thing holds it all together. It tastes phenomenal, and they sell them at Costco in bulk.
All right.
So how do you go wrong?
Okay, I'm gonna get myself a crustable and give you a full
Uncrustable.
Yeah, you are crustable.
Whatever.
You are the crustable.
And
by the way, shout out to
Yes.
Jake in the chat. $5 for the man, the myth, the cram.
Thank you, Jake. God bless you.
Somebody said in the chat that you got COVID from licking your softball championship trophy.
I think I did. That's honestly my opinion. We all drank from that stupid thing. I didn't want to do it. I knew this was a bad idea, and I literally think that's how I got it. Somebody on the team had it.
You were early on though in the drinking out of it, so There's only a couple.
I had 2 rounds. I started early, and then I got a second round. They told me to finish it. I finished it. So whatever backwash COVID was in there, here I am missing out on Cole Kmet, Hoge cooking, Jake's whatever else. I mean, this is a Bears victory. But all for the love of softball, damn it.
This is why I don't
At any
play
rate,
softball.
I just whatever you guys want to go with the conversation, but just diving into everything and listening to that conversation. Larry Borom deserves a ton of credit, man. Remember when in the offseason when they drafted Darnell Wright, he had a 5-second Instagram post, and then he immediately deleted it? He was obviously not happy with how he was being valued by the organization. And from all we can tell, dude put his head down, worked, and now got an opportunity and has stepped in, and nobody's screaming out Larry Borom sucks, and he's not. I've been one of his bigger
critics, and you got to give him. You're gonna give.
I was gonna say, because I'm like, someone on this show said they should cut Larry Borom in the offseason.
I've never been a big fan of his. You know, when we first got him, and I just thought we could do better. But I got to keep that same energy. He's been playing great since he's come in. I was extremely nervous about that, and got to give credit where it's due, man. I love it.
Well, I want to be real about a few things here, okay? One is swing tackle is one of the more underrated positions on a football roster. You know at some point one of your starting tackles is probably going to miss at least one game, sometimes more, which is what they're going through right now with Braxton Jones. And it's why last year they went out and signed Riley Reif, who ended up playing a lot, right? Because you know you're going to need these guys. And I thought it said something about Larry Borom that they decided to go into this season trusting that he could still handle that position, that he could play left or right tackle, which is not easy. You need to be able to play both, and you need to be able to come in a pinch in the middle of a game and do it sometimes. Now, he got the benefit of coming off having the week of preparation before he had to go out there. Has it been perfect? No, I just saw somebody in the chat say that PFF thinks he sucks. No, it has not been perfect. He gave up some pressure last night, but that is not an easy job. And overall, the offensive line, I think unexpectedly, got the best of a very good Washington D-line that has 4 first-round picks. And I don't care who you are on that line, you get some credit for it. And Larry Borom, I think the last 2 weeks, has stayed out of the conversation for the most part, which is a good thing for an offensive tackle, and I think is a testament to how he's played in a pinch.
The super chat by Benny Bryant's right on point here. $20. I'll read it because I feel lost without reading it. A question about the O-line. If Tevin can't stay healthy and Borom holds up at left tackle, if Braxton returns from his injury, what do you guys think about moving to left guard? It worked for Tevin, right? I think that's on the table, right? Because now you might actually be in a situation where you have a surplus of guys who are playing well, which has got to be super exciting for Chris Morgan and company. I don't know exactly how this is going to shake out.
Yeah,
I mean, the only thing that
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Carm. Finish. Yeah,
I'm not moving Braxton, but can Larry slip inside? Is that a possibility? You know, you've got. Who is going to play that left guard position if Tevin is out and can't stay healthy? I think that's interesting.
I guess I thought the question was moving Braxton inside.
They're
maybe
not
I'm reading
do
that wrong.
Yeah,
maybe I'm reading that wrong. But
I actually kind of agree with you on that. I think that's what that. If Braxton returned from injury, what do you guys think about him moving to left?
Yeah, regardless, I'll answer it this way. I would not move Braxton Jones. I don't think that's on the table. I think they view him as their left tackle, and that was evident by using the top 10 overall pick on a right tackle, which was it said everything Ryan Poles could have said about Braxton Jones at left tackle. They're not moving him. I don't think they should. He's too athletic, and I think he's coming along. It's unfortunate he got hurt here, but he's been pretty solid. I don't want to even talk about no, it's a fair question because Tevin Jenkins needs to show he can stay healthy. Tevin Jenkins, when he was on the field last night, was great. I love Tevin Jenkins. I hope he can stay healthy because that's a huge piece of the Bears' offensive line. I don't necessarily know what Larry Borom can do at guard. Maybe it's on the table, but don't forget you also have Ja'Tyre Carter. I don't know what to do with Cody Whitehair at this point. The snaps last night, those too high. I thought he played okay, though, from a blocking standpoint, but the snaps. Justin Fields made 2 saves last night that were huge, and he got positive plays when both of them could have been a disaster.
I don't understand how we need it's like Steve Sax syndrome or something. You've been playing this game forever, and for whatever reason, it's up here, it's over there. Cody Whitehair can't play center if he can't snap the ball. And I guess it had gotten better when he was just honing in on doing it, but they moved him off, and now for him to come back into it, the yips are back. I don't know what you do there because Lucas Patrick has got the concussion. I guess he'll be back, but that wasn't exactly working out well. The Bears need a center, man. Hoge, did you mention a center in the draft that you wanted?
Never came up in 4 months. I never once mentioned John Michael Schmitz.
Yeah.
Never
they
once.
need a center.
No, and to get a little football-y here, too, it's not just the errant, and I agree, Benin has another super chat here, worried that Whitehair's errant snaps are going to cost a game in the near future. What do you guys think? It's on the table, right? I mean, how can they better be working on it, but let's get even more specific than that. The obvious errant snap is a problem. Think about how hard it is to play quarterback, okay, and how much they talk about timing, how much Luke Getsy, Justin Fields talks about timing. So even a snap that's over here to the left or over here to the right, or now I'm not even talking about one that you're in danger of fumbling, just one that's like taking you out of the rhythm of a play.
It gets you off time.
Trust me, at the NFL level, when you're playing center, you are expected to snap a strike every time, okay? Long snappers are expected to do that on much longer snaps every single time. Now, granted, I'm not going to say that's not their only job because they also have to get down and cover on punt, but that is their most important job. Centers have a lot more going on from a blocking standpoint. They got to know the calls. They got to identify the mic point. They got a lot going on. I get it. But you have to help Justin Fields, to help any quarterback, you're supposed to give them the best snap possible with the laces there, not a duck that's like going like this. You saw it on the flea flicker on Sunday, right? When was that Khalil Herbert, right? Flipped it back to Justin.
Well, that's what I was going to say.
And it was like a soft toss up in the air. Like
that's what
it was a miracle they got that throw off, and it was still a successful play.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I just think it's cursed. I think this is the curse of the snaps here in Chicago because it didn't matter who it was at camp, they were fumbling the snaps. And like you said, Khalil Herbert takes one on a it just throws it like 5 yards to the left, and Justin Fields still made the play.
Big Cram $4.99. What? We aren't fans of the high snap QB draw? It caught the defense off guard. I'm not going to lie. I watched that play on the All-22 this morning. I think it actually did.
Right.
I think the high snap actually, the whole defense was like, whoa. And then he just ran right up.
Well, I mean, that's what happened to the Packers, right? With the fumbled snap, then it all of a sudden opened something up downfield.
Karma's now undressing.
How about good shirt underneath, though?
On the show.
He's having a meltdown, really, because he can't be here. So
Karma,
he's pulling out all the stops.
I got good news for you.
Yeah.
Cole felt so bad that you're, down with COVID right now. He's coming in studio Tuesday. So rest up this weekend. Get a negative test by Tuesday morning. You'll be right back in here.
I know. I already told myself that, and it's just so good to see Big Cram out here supporting, too, with the new picture for the avatar. It all feels great. This is not about me. This is about the Bears getting a win. So I'm okay. Everything's great over here.
It seems like you're feeling better. You sound good.
I feel great. I'm ready to play tennis. I'm ready to do it all. I just I'm going to try to be good to society here and not move into it until I get a nice negative test. So
there you go. All
right. Wait, real quick. Continue with the offensive line. The Bear Bastard said that PFF gave Borum an 8, and the average score is 60. So that's not great. But then he also asked, does Dan Feeney get a look anytime soon?
I mean, they did. No, I'm forgetting. Was that a trade?
Dan Feeney's going to get a look in adult entertainment. He's not getting a look on this roster.
Well, that's not true. I mean,
what?
Yeah.
Have you looked at Dan Feeney? That dude looks like he could absolutely make money in adult entertainment. The man's unbelievable. I love the mullet look. No, I don't. But Dan Feeney got a shot for a moment. Hoge is completely confused. You telling me that Feeney doesn't have a little porn star in him? Just a little bit? Come on.
Don't let anybody find out what Carm's Googling.
Right. Why can't he just be like, a Southside Chicago guy with a mullet and a beard permanently fixated into his hand. What's wrong with that? Why you got to go porn star?
He could be. I'm upgrading him. I'm going prime time. I'm putting him on the big screen.
Mace Dog, wildest cram statement to date. He just tops himself every day.
If I'm the only one that's looked at Dan Feeney and thought porn star, then I guess that's just me.
There was a 6th-round pick for Dan Feeney.
Keep saying it.
Yeah, I know. Right?
I think Feeney appreciates that love. I would love it if somebody thought I had that level. Thank you, Brenda.
I mean, Brenda's in the
there.
chat saying, she says, I get it. She says,
Brenda's saying
does.
she gets it. All right.
Well, I don't think the Bears traded a six-round pick for a porn star. I think they traded one for a guy who might get some reps at center eventually.
No.
Jason Shaw, Feeney does Hallis. That is
that's
amazing.
enough.
That's amazing.
That's enough.
Do not desecrate the Hallis name with your jokes,
See,
Jason.
I was thinking more of Hallis Hall. I wasn't thinking of a person.
Oh, whoa. Yeah, I was too.
Yeah. Well, so then it's not that
Yeah, easy on Lawrence debauchery. Hey, can we talk Chase Claypool?
Yes, please. Can we please get back on track? Speaking of trades with Miami for 6th-round picks, the Bears did get one back for 2025 by trading Chase Claypool away.
Is that not the most embarrassing trade of all time? Seriously, if you just cut him, is it not better? I'll give you our 7th rounder for your 6th rounder in a year, not even in next year's draft, but the draft after that. Let me just move up 32 spots for this malcontent who caught 22 balls in 10 games here and 1 touchdown and did not win a football game when he had the uniform on. I think cutting it would have been better.
I would have just
as a guy who doesn't have to pay him $2 million.
I would have just to send the message as an organization with everything that was going on. That's where I would have used that to put my foot down. But at the same time, to Hoge's point, you get some value from it. You save some money. But then for me, too, the other positive from it, I know you guys wanted to send the Trojan horse to the Packers or the Panthers and let them ruin their locker rooms. But at the same time, now that he's in the AFC with Miami, he can do whatever he wants, and I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, I'm not worried about what Claypool's going to do, but it is a good landing spot for him. I mean,
yeah. I mean, I'm not. Would you either of you guys be surprised now if he plays?
I mean, he's not going to get. No. Yes, I would be surprised.
Would be surprised.
He's at least going to a similar offense, just one that has better overall talent. I think at this point is safe to say, but so maybe he can catch on faster than the adjustment he had last year. But that being said, he's not going to get a lot of targets there. Maybe the winning will help because they're going to win some games. But
I'll say this: considering last night where it was DJ Moore and not a whole lot else, losing him in the rotation, not that he was doing anything, but now Mooney moves back to the wide receiver 2 role.
Yeah.
I think we're concerned about how that's all shaking out now.
Well,
Tyler Scott's got to start to step up now, which I thought in the Denver game you saw a little bit of.
Hoge, you don't think he can surpass Braxton Berrios as the Dolphins' 3rd receiver behind Waddle and Hill?
Well, they're 2 completely different wide receivers. It'll be interesting to see how they use them. I'm just saying I don't anticipate I'll be shocked if Chase Claypool is a guy you're adding to your fantasy team all of a sudden because he's on the Miami Dolphins. I guess that's what I'm getting at. And guys, let's just be honest. This is if you're the Dolphins right now, you're viewing this like the Bears trading for N'Keal Harry last year. You're taking a flyer on a guy that's already been traded twice before the end of his rookie contract, who didn't win a single game with the Chicago Bears while he was here. And the second they sent him away, the offense starts exploding again.
And look, I'm not saying that the Bears did anything wrong in getting rid of him. Congrats to Ryan Poles on moving forward and getting him out of the locker room and doing what they absolutely had to do. But from Claypool's standpoint, he's going to an offense that throws the ball a ton. He's got a quarterback who's on fire. There's going to be a lot of attention elsewhere on the field. He should be able to get open and put up some numbers here. If I'm him right now, I'm dancing in the streets. What? You sent me to South Beach? I mean, if he's not sending Ryan Poles a Christmas card, he should be. Yeah. They did him well.
I wish somebody could do an impersonation of Mike McDaniel and him having conversations. I just think
I would love that.
Mike's vibe and his vibe, Claypool's vibes are vastly different.
Yeah.
Hey, man, you just gotta chill. You know?
I love Mike McDaniel.
You got to give Ryan Poles a shout out for cutting bait.
Yes,
that's a move that's on his name, on his watch. It's probably his biggest blunder to date. And instead of dragging it out until the end of the year and not re-signing him, he wore it. I mean, he's putting himself on the spot by cutting him right now and not trying to make it work, square peg round hole it. So you've got to respect Ryan Poles. I don't expect a GM to be perfect, but you have to acknowledge your mistakes, move on from them, and fix them. And to me, he's halfway through that process. Now let's fix it.
By the way, do you know who the wide receivers coach is in Miami?
I do not.
Wes Welker.
Wow.
Probably learned some things from a Wes Welker, I would think. Hey, by the way, also, yes, I agree on that, but did you see, good for Ryan Poles for cutting bait. Did you see the assault that Adam Schefter committed, though, on that trade earlier this morning with his tweet?
I didn't. I saw Flanagan's assault, but what was Schefter's?
We'll get to I didn't see Flanagan's. Schefter just reminded everybody that both the Packers and the Bears offered second-round picks for Chase Claypool last year. The Steelers accepted the Bears pick. The Packers drafted with their pick that they kept, Jaden Reed.
Thanks, Shefty.
That's not cool, man. Why you got to go there? That's just, as you would say.
And Jake,
assault.
It's assault. It's a few things I yell during a game. Is assault.
You also yelled kill.
I yell kill a lot
when they were on offense.
What does that mean exactly?
It doesn't matter what it means. Like I said, I just
yell. I don't even know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I do. So sometimes I yell assault, but yeah. So and then Jake Flanagan had a funny tweet earlier. He goes, all of Chase Claypool's touchdowns as a Chicago Bear, and it was the one touchdown. Dominant. Those were my favorite times of the Chase Claypool era, were those 10 days of practice.
I mean, I'll say this. I think Claypool's got more holes in this game than his fit at Paris Fashion Week this summer.
Hey-o. Well, just a reminder, the biggest show that we have done on this fine CHGO Bears channel was by far coming into this season. Now we've tapped that because we're growing, and thank you to one and all. But by far last year was the Claypool trade date, the trade day. Bears fans were super excited about it. We were excited about it. We put out a video this week recapping how we were excited about it because it made a whole lot of sense at the time. Now, Ryan Poles gets paid a lot of money to get these things right, as we've said on the show. But, just to underline, people were super excited about Chase Claypool coming here. It made sense. You were helping out Justin. You were helping out the offense, all of it.
Well, I know Miami didn't give up a lot for him, but I think it's a questionable move for the Dolphins. Again, Mike Tomlin couldn't wait to get rid of him. You saw what happened here the entire time he was here. You're a good football team. Do they really even have a need for a wide receiver right now? And I hope that I hope there's better results for both parties. I hope Chase Claypool, it works out there. I have nothing personally against the guy at all, but I think honestly it's a questionable move for a good team like the Dolphins to add that to your locker room.
Look, when you have talent, you get opportunity after opportunity after opportunity. I mean, look at Braggs.
Look at Braggs. This is my first opportunity. That's more applies to you, Carm. You've been in this game for about 40 years now.
I was pointing out that you're I don't know why I went to you, because it made no sense. But now that you said it like that, it's like, see, you've got no opportunities because you have no talent. Oh God! I listen. I wish Chase Claypool well down there. Good luck to him. I hope he has a Gets
Exactly. Because if he had gone to the Panthers or the Packers, we can't even say that. We can't even say, I wish you well. Good luck on your journey. We'd be like, I hope you ruin that locker room. Now, he can go to the Dolphins, wish him well, good karma. We need all the good karma we can get around here for the Chicago Bears.
Hey, hopefully there's some more excitement about this Bears team now. And, all right, Q Harlan, $5. Regarding Claypool, in the words of Curly Bill in Tombstone, well, bye.
Well, bye.
There you go. Come out to our tailgate next week. How about that? Vibes are back. They're good. They're healthy.
The vibes are.
Bears get an NFC North opponent, and the Vikings coming to town. We got you covered October 15th with the tailgate. You can get tickets at allchgo.com/events. If you are a diehard, you get a 20% discount, so go become a diehard if you are not one. And if you're like, well, wait a minute, the Bears won a game. I would like to go to Soldier Field. I'd like to go, get tickets. Well, then you're going to want to look at Game Time, because Game Time, what they do is they take all the worry, all the hassle out of finding tickets, especially last minute, to your next big event. It's not just sporting events, music, comedy, theater events, whatever you want to do. They have killer last-minute deals, all-in prices, views from your seat, and their best price guarantee. Game Time takes the guesswork out of buying tickets. They have flash deals. You just swipe the little yellow thing across your screen, and the best value right there in that moment pops up. A lot of times, I saw the other night when I was looking at it, you can buy like a zone. You get 20% off, and it just gives you like a zone of where your seats could be. It's also, a cool way of getting tickets as well if you're just looking for the best price available at that moment. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use code CHGO. You'll get $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account, redeem code CHGO for $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed.
You stole my ad read.
Don't care.
Because somebody's trying to move the show along.
Game Time. Hoge. In the rundown.
I know, but
Who
the
stole
diehard read.
Oh, I actually didn't. That was just a transition.
Yeah, you lifted it from me. That's
was
my read.
It counts as a read, though. I'm good with that as being the read. Be a diehard, everyone.
There you go. And also, check out Ray Chevy. You should have listened to Ray Scarpelli when he was on the show the other day. He told you to play DJ Moore.
Yep.
49 fantasy points.
Not bad.
That's what, with Ray Chevy, you don't just get great deals, great customer service. You get the greatest fantasy information you could possibly get right here on CHGO Bears, because Ray hooked you up right there. He'll hook you up to at Ray Chevy in Fox Lake if you're in the market for a new or used vehicle. Ray Chevy and Fox Lake, they are the go-to. They have joined us here at CHGO. We love the partnership so far, and the best thing is they have this pledge called the Ray Price Promise. It's a guarantee that the price you see online is the price you pay when you go into the dealership. We found that in many cases, other dealers will raise the price on you when you come into the dealership. They'll ask you a bunch of questions that aren't relevant. In most cases, you're like, no, those don't apply to me. And then they're like, we're going to raise the price on you because you don't qualify for those incentives that we were just assuming you did when we put this low price online. That's not how it works at Ray. The price you see online is the price you pay when you come into the dealership. Always. No add-ons to the price ever. In fact, Ray will do everything possible to find additional savings for you, which may make the price lower than you see online. That happened twice. This guy didn't think I was a truck owner or could be a truck owner.
Never.
I got my Silverado from Ray Chevy, and that was what I experienced. I went in there, and they got me a much better price than I even thought walking in that door. And the Silverado was great anyway. And as one of the top-selling dealers in the Midwest, you'll always be able to shop one of Chicagoland's largest inventories. Right now, you can save big at Ray Chevy during their Truck or Treat Savings event, because 0% is back. Now available on new Silverado trucks, the perfect tailgate vehicle. So come on into Ray Chevrolet in Fox Lake. Find the vehicle you've been searching for, and best of all, pay zero hidden fees with the Ray Price Promise. Visit Ray Chevrolet in Fox Lake or visit raychevrolet.com. Serving the community since 1963. Find new roads.
Can I ask Greg Braggs a question, Hoge?
No, you can't.
Can I ask Greg Braggs a question, Hoge?
Yes, you can.
Thank you. When you were at 3 a.m. last night, when you were in your bed or wherever you were, and you tweeted out the Bears are back, can you actually explain what was going on?
I was sitting in my house trying to go to bed.
There's no way he was in his bed.
And yeah, I was trying. It takes me a little bit to wind down, and so I just tweeted that. Why? Were
you drinking or like sitting in your dining room?
It's called a bit, Carm. You're well aware of bits. The bit is when I can't sleep, I just say something. I can't sleep. Like the other night, I put "can't sleep. The Bears are ruining my life." That was also not true.
I don't know. That one might have been true.
It was probably true.
You don't think the Bears are? You don't think the Bears are back?
I just like I said to Cole, like, yeah, hey, like he said, it's one game. We're all really excited. Certainly not trying to temper anyone's excitement, including my own. I want to enjoy this win, but there's still more work to be done. If I'm on that team, I'm sitting there like, hell yeah, we won this game. We should have won this game. Now I want to win 3 more just like it. You know? So, yeah, when they get to 500 and the Bears are back, that's then a true statement. We can say it for now just to have some fun, and it certainly looks like the offense has turned a quarter, Justin Fields specifically. But, come on, let's see it. You know, let's see them stack some weeks now. That's the standard I want them to hold themselves to.
You know what? We can stack all we want next week. I was thinking about this on my way down here, and I agree with Greg Baggs Jr. here, the Super Chat $9.99. Good morning with Greg Baggs Jr. voice. Waking up from a dub last night.
Wait, I think that means you have to do it in.
You got to do it in the Greg Baggs voice, and I think Carm is more suited for this.
Yeah.
I don't have it.
You do it. What was that?
You do it, Baggs.
I'll do it.
All right.
Yeah.
Good morning. Waking up from a dub last night feels freaking great. I like this version of Greg Baggs Jr. Just good vibes. To all JF1 haters, y'all should bear freaking down.
Brick by brick. Yeah. Brick juice. Raw.
Meatball
hey, but where I was going with that is, you better damn well enjoy it today. It's been almost a year since they won a football game. They're moving the ball up and down the field with ease. Justin Fields looked awesome. DJ Moore was unbelievable. I mean, seriously, unbelievable. You should soak this in today, enjoy it, because it, quite frankly, does not happen a lot, and there's no guarantee it's going to happen again this season. Although, when I do look at the schedule, I do see Vikings, W, Raiders, W, Chargers, W, Saints,
keep them
W,
screenshots,
Panthers, Hoge. W, Lions, I don't know, Vikings, W, Lions, Browns, W, Cardinals, W, Falcons, W, Packers. That one's going to count double W's.
Yeah, Carm, save them screenshots of the win predictions. We're coming for you.
I got them, pal. They're on my phone. So if you had to bet going into the Carolina game right now, the Bears record, they're 1-4 right now. There's 4 games before Carolina. What's their record?
5-4 from Hoge.
Okay.
If they play the way they played last night, they should go 3-1 in their next 4.
So you think they're going to be 4-5?
I think they probably split those.
So you think they're going to be 3-6 going into Carolina? Braggs?
I don't know. I've been wrong. I've seriously been wrong like 5 different ways, so I'm just going to keep this wrong train rolling. I mean, I agree with Hoge. 3-1 sounds great. That's why I was asking Cole with the 10-day layover. It's like the short week. I agreed. I feel like it did help them with the short week. Now that they're hot, I'm pissed they got to wait 10 days to play another game.
They're not on a layover. They're not stuck at the Charlotte airport for 10 days. They have a weekend off and they come back to work on Monday.
I know, but I honestly wish they'd just play again on Sunday. Let's keep it rolling.
Cole Kmet literally has the same weekend we're about to have. He did a show at noon with us on CHGO. He gets to enjoy the rest of his Friday.
Notre Dame tomorrow.
Watch some college football and watch NFL football Sunday and come to work on Monday, just like we'll have to do. They're not stuck at LAX for 10 days.
As much as like before the season, I was looking at those different 10-day mini buys, and then the bye week, I was like, oh, these are going to be great. Now I'm like, damn it, I don't want to wait 10 days for the next game.
Can I give a quick shout out? That has nothing to do with the Bears. Well, it just popped in my brain, so I don't forget it. Happy 105th birthday to Grandma Rose Fingerhut, my wife's grandma. 105.
Wow.
Well, while we're doing that, my wife's grandma, I believe, is 96 or 7 today, and that's Grammy Barbara Anderson. She's the best.
Wow.
That's just a lot of years put together there between those two.
Hey, shout out to my nephew as well, Tommy. He's 21 today.
I thought you were going to say he's 94.
He's 21, man.
My mom's name is Barbara too.
I know.
Cool
She's
story.
she's not 97. She's mad at me right now.
Who's fired up to go old people's home with Braggs when he's 105 and just get dialed in on a Sunday Bears noon kickoff?
There's no chance this guy lives to 105.
I think he's indestructible. Look at him.
He's like a tank.
If the Bears keep winning, then he can stop eating Taco Bell and take care of himself again. Then maybe we'll talk 104. But 105.
I'm back on the right track.
Diet is a slight issue. That's a good point.
Another super chat here from Greg Baggs Jr. 199. Cram here needs to be a little optimistic. Old Cram.
Hey, Baggs Jr., I'm just asking questions here. I didn't even weigh in on what I think they're going to do in the next run here when they beat Minnesota, beat Las Vegas, and then split with the Chargers and the Saints, and you're 3-1, and then you're sitting there at 4-5, lightening it up with Carolina. You're back to 500. You give the Panthers what would that be, their 10th loss on the year, and you get the number 1 pick, and you got a team surging towards the playoffs. I didn't even say any of that. And/or I fear that they're going to be 2-7, one of the two. This is a huge game against Minnesota. Season. You beat Minnesota. You're back in the dream of the year, which I believe by Baggs Jr. was to be in the hunt. You beat Minnesota. You are edging towards being in the hunt.
Right. Well, that's why I'm just hoping that that's the message for their team. Like, hey, that was fun, but we ain't done shit yet. Yeah, that's what I want them to feel like.
By the way, good opportunity to watch the Vikings on Sunday, by the way. They play at 3:25 against the Chiefs, so they're staring 1-4 in the face. They're at least at home in this game.
That could be fun.
I still don't think the Vikings are really a 1-4 team. They have plenty of talent. Justin Jefferson. By the way, though, all of a sudden you look at Justin Jefferson's stats next to DJ Moore's. Granted, Justin has another game on Sunday, but they're not too far apart, actually, surprisingly. But all right, let's fly through some more super chats and get out of here on this Friday. The Duke, 1999. Cedric Van Pran. You are a Chicago Bear. I'm assuming that's a draft prospect. I am not yet aware of.
I have no idea who that is.
So maybe that looks bad on my part.
It's probably a reference to something we said 20 minutes ago. I'm sorry, Duke. I'm not sure what that means.
Maybe.
But I know what this one means, and I think Carm should read it. I don't know.
Okay, go ahead.
1999 from the Duke. Carm likes that old school adult entertainment.
Say the last part.
Hashtag Bushy. All right, Duke. You should have that should have been a $200 chat. But
thanks, Duke.
Yeah. Thank you,
Duke. Keep going, Carm.
Banging.
Followed up by Big Cram. Bears are so back. Fields about to throw for 40 tutties with 3,900 yards, and Carl will be balled by January. And you think the Bears will add a 51 patch on their jerseys from now on? That is actually interesting. Will they honor Dick that way? I hope they do.
Wasn't there a bunch of stuff with Gale Sayers that they got criticized for not doing?
Well, that was, I believe, during the COVID year when he passed away. So it was like one of those weird things. But yeah, a lot of fans felt like they didn't honor him enough when he passed away. So maybe they'll do it differently here with Buckus. But it was a unique year because if I remember correctly, it was the COVID year. And when Gale passed away, their next home game wasn't for a few more weeks. And then when they came back home, people were like, well, where's the number 40 on the field or on their jersey and stuff?
I don't know. That'll be interesting to follow. Total malarkey, $10. Just got to make sure that Venmo goes through to the refs like we do up here.
I assume he is north of the Illinois-Wisconsin border.
Yeah, probably. Actually, I wanted to follow up on a tweet I had this morning, now that I think about it. So one of the first things I did this morning once I realized I had the All-22 was look at the play where DJ Moore supposedly stepped out of bounds. It is super close. It's hard to tell. It looks like his heel is maybe in the air, but there's a ref right there staring at it. And it was one of those things where I'm like, you know what? He probably had the best view of anyone else. I'm going to raise my hand. I fucked up. Because I assumed that's the ref that blew the whistle. It is not. A couple people pointed out on Twitter, and I went back and watched it closer. That referee does not blow the whistle. He's looking right at it and doesn't blow it. It's the referee trailing the play down the sideline with a Washington Commander in between him and DJ Moore. You could literally see the referee having to lean his head over around the Commander, and he's trailing by like at least 20 yards, and he blows it dead.
What?
That's bad process, man. There's no way he
It's not your quadrant.
Well, it actually probably is his call because he's the guy staring down the sideline, but there's no way he could have seen that clearly. You got to let that play out, let replay take care of it if they can. I
mean, yeah, and replay goes to it anyways if it's a tutty. So like,
yes, it's automatically reviewed if it's a touchdown. Quite frankly, they didn't have the view, so it probably would have stood. But even today, I don't think there actually was a shot going around. Someone shared it with me that looked like his heel was down. I don't know where that came from, if it was a shot from the stands or something, but it was going around.
Zapruder film.
Yeah. Anyway.
I like the underlining. I like the underlining of that play, and I also want to point out that in training camp, one of my big concerns was, can you throw the ball successfully to literally anybody else on the roster? And right now, it's Cole Kmet and Robert Tonyan were the only two other Bears who had catches yesterday. He missed Mooney a couple times. But I'm hoping that in this mini bye week, they find some ways to unlock both Mooney and Tyler Scott. Tyler Scott is an underused asset on this team right now. I really think there could be something there between him and Justin if they can just find the magic formula for that, which they found, I guess, seemingly for the rest of the offense.
I agree. They got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of more playmakers. On the other side of that coin, Justin Fields has a perfect passer rating when throwing to DJ Moore the last two games.
Let's go.
So maybe just keep throwing it to DJ Moore and things will work out. You don't need to overthink it. C-Vaughn, $45. Surprised they didn't have Tyler Scott in the backfield at all. I think he was a running back up until sophomore year of college.
Seems a little small as a running back in the pros.
Small in the NFL, hasn't practiced there. It's a different position.
We all thought Carm was going to tweet during the game that they should have Justin Fields be the running back and have Bajan as the quarterback if they ran out of options.
Ooh.
I didn't even think of that, but that was a brilliant thought by you, Braggs. I don't know why it didn't pop in my head.
And speaking of meatball takes, C-Vaughn threw another one in here for $5. Says, we ever going to get a Meatball Island hat? I'd snag one in a heartbeat.
There you go.
Let's go. Well, I know everybody's getting their Meatball Island shirts in the mail here. A couple people got them yesterday. I think more people are going to be getting them today. I'll be running to my mailbox when I get home. But you can order your Meatball Island shirts right now at allchgo.com, CHGO Locker. And if you're a .com, and if you're a diehard, you get a free shirt right out the gate. So if you become a diehard, you can get one of those shirts for free and discounts on any future purchases.
Stefan is talking to Carm here. Says, not sure who the guy is on the right with earphones in. Have to commend Flus. Those players showed a lot of effort last night on defense for an 0-4.
I don't know, Stefan. My name is Carm. I appreciate it. I don't know. I wasn't attacking anyone on the defense. I don't recall. They
yes,
did.
You were. Just apologize to Steven.
Stefan.
Sorry,
Stefan. I can. I would. I would apologize to Stefan if I had a reason
really
to apologize.
Bill Hader doing?
Yes.
Stefan.
I mean, I could try to say something about the defense that didn't make sense. Like Gervon Dexter graded out that well by PFF. He had like an 88%, whatever that was.
Yeah, he played well.
Oh, yeah, Jim Cook, Meatball Island shirt, just got delivered 30 minutes ago. Let's go.
I got my take. The North is coming in.
It's you.
Did you just realize that's Jim Cook?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of Jim. It's Jim's in the chat.
Yeah,
it was out of context.
I'll be honest. I just found out.
One time, don't take it personally, Jim. Last year, one time, my cousin was in the chat. It was like, it's Garrett, your cousin. I was like, I don't have a cousin named Garrett. And I do. Remember that? It was the Washington game last year.
I didn't know who your cousin was.
I'm not paying attention to anything.
All right, Jake with another super chat. Jake Jerish, $5. Who fills the empty roster spot left by Claymore? Possibly add a running back?
Claypool?
Yeah.
No, his name's Claiborne now.
No, Claymore. Remember last night, like a grenade, Claymore?
Oh, yeah.
Because he blows up locker rooms.
I think Nathan Peterman's probably coming back for one. But, yeah, they might need to look at the running back. I don't know how bad those injuries are, but it's a good thing they have some extra days here to rest.
Getting cut on a Thursday.
Should I mute him immediately?
Back when Claypool gets traded the next day. Oh, you thought they let him go.
Peterman could go on the practice squad, too, if they need that roster spot. So I just don't think he's leaving the building anytime soon.
I'm going to spend my days singing Secret Peterman to myself in my house.
Did either of you guys see the picture trailing around social media of the sideline person for Washington taking the picture behind the coaches? It just looks like he's scrolling on his phone.
Like you do the whole show?
Are we gonna do this? We're gonna do this? All right. But have you seen? So you haven't seen the picture?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
All right. Well, then don't worry about it. Then I appreciate your little scrumful. My phone's been down for the whole show. I've been locked in.
Okay, we'll check the tape. Carm, feel better.
I miss you. Thank you. Have a great weekend. I don't know what I'm going to do without you guys.
Well, you still got Poppy with you?
Thank you, Brenda. She's got
I do.
It looked like he had to double check. He's like, oh, no, did Poppy run away?
She's still here.
Hey, give us a like. Hit subscribe. And appreciate you being here today with us. Thanks to Cole Kmet for joining us. He'll be back with us on Tuesday in studio as well. We are back Monday. We get a little weekend off. Enjoy some football.
Yeah.
The next couple days.
Enjoy the porn this weekend, Carm.
I hate both of you. I can't. I'm now looking forward to being away from both of you this weekend.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I'll see you Monday, noon. Herb Howard's here Monday.
Thank goodness.
Hit me up on Twitter if anybody wants Wildcat Howard tickets. I got them. Go Cats.
What an offer.
Hey, trying to get their third win on the year, baby. 2:00 kick. Never doubt the Cats, baby. Let's go.
They're playing Herb Howard in football tomorrow?
Playing Herb Howard on Saturday.
Okay.
Herb Howard and the Bigs are playing Northwestern.
It's probably even money, even line.
Yeah, I was kidding. Oh, whatever. The Cats are playing better football. We're out of here. We'll talk to you Monday. Enjoy the weekend. Goodbye.
We all silly like the mayor.